Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be tying up a Gamechanger, but we're going to use Semperfli's Gamechanger chenille and some hen. In the vise here we have an Arex SA274 size 2, and for our thread we're going to be using Semperfli Classic Waxed N6/0. We're going to go ahead and get our thread started here. Nicked my thread a little bit there, but that's alright. Now we're going to be using this whiting soft tackle bugger patch for the tail, and I like to grab one off of each side. I'm just going to get that secured down there, make sure they're even. And it's okay if you come over top of it a little bit, just back your thread off and start over. Now you can add more to this tail, but I'm just going to leave it like that because that's good enough for me. Then we're going to use these Gamechanger chenille packs from Semperfli, and this comes with all the sizes plus the eyes and the wire. Alright, now we're going to tie in the smallest size here. There's 4 different sizes. Tie it in, and I like to kind of stroke the fibers back as I go. And I only put about 2 wraps on this back part back here. Then we're going to snip that away there. Now as I tie these, I like to use the smallest feathers first, which come from the bottom part. And then I work my way up to the bigger feathers as I move up in shank. We're going to wax our thread here. And we're going to push this back, and we're going to tie in some hen. Now I don't worry too much about getting a little bit over the eye, because this is all going to be covered up. Now if you want to have your aesthetics, whatever, but for me that's fine. Then we're just going to wrap this up. Now you do want to keep it uniform. It will go everywhere on you at first, but just continue your wraps. It's not that big of a deal. Now you don't have to use feathers at all with this Gamechanger kit. I just like to. I'm a little bit extra, and I like the way it looks. Then we're going to sweep those fibers back. Then we're going to put a whip finish on it. That looks good to me, so I'm going to add a little bit of head cement. Then we're going to grab our next shank, and we're just going to pop it down on there, and I'm going to move it back. Now having a magnet on your vise really helps, because it'll keep everything in line. If you don't have one, no big deal, but it does help. Then we're going to restart our thread. Alright, now we're going to grab our next size up, and we're going to wrap it forward. And I come about 2/3 of the way up because I like to add those hen feathers in there. I'm going to preen all this stuff back, clean it up a little bit. Then I'm going to find a hen feather, and I'm going to match the fibers to what is previously there. Again, we're going to add a little bit of wax. The reason I add the wax is because it just bites down on your materials and it keeps them from coming undone. Because when you go to push the fibers towards the tail there, your fly will come undone, or the feather will pull out there. You don't want that. And we're just going to repeat the same steps here. I'm going to catch this one about right there. And again, grab the fibers, preen them back, tie them off. Also, before I do my whip finish, I like to flatten my thread, then I do the whip finish. It makes everything so much smoother. Now, I don't do that in all situations, but most of them, that's what I do. Add a little drop of head cement, and then put another shank in. Now we're tying a mini Gamechanger here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a bigger shank on this time. You don't have to do it this way, just the way I'm doing it. No particular reason, it's just what I'm doing. We're going to start our thread here. Now I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know if it's supposed to be round at the back and then this one at the front. I don't know. That's just how I'm doing it. It's how I've always done it. It's what I'm doing. Now we're going to repeat the same step with the next bigger size. Once again, same thing, bigger feather. Right now we're going to add some wire here. We're going to come up through the bottom or the top, whichever way you prefer. And then we're going to pull it just like that, and we're going to set it to the side for a minute. Alright, now I'm going to switch to my streamer jaws. Just pop those in there. And grab your hook, set that in as well. Then I'm just going to restart my thread here. Now I want to make sure that this swims the right way, so I'm going to add just a little bit of weight right here. Again, that part's optional, completely up to you, but that's what I like to do. Then I'm going to grab the rest of my fly here, and I'm going to tie it in. Make sure I have it exactly where I want it. And this is optional as well, but I like to put a little super glue right on that notch, and then all over the rest of it there. I folded the one end back, and now I'm going to cut it off there. Alright, now we're going to grab the last biggest size here, and we're just going to repeat the same steps as earlier. Now I'm going to come about 2/3 up the shank there, tie this off. Then I'm going to grab my jungle cock pelt here, and we're going to use some feathers off of that. Alright, then we're going to tie on each side there. Then I'm going to grab a bigger size of hen here, and I'm going to continue up the shank. Now we're going to whip finish and add our eyes. We're going to grab some thin UV resin here. There it is. Simple Gamechanger. Catch you in the next one.